gave me a beautiful pillowcase that was meant for her. It's inscribed with the words, "I'm looking for a word, a whole new word, a word that no one knows. I'm looking for a word that means you are the sweetest." Just a beautiful gift that she unfortunately never got to give to her daughter. And I will treasure it always, that she would share it and give it to me. And that brings me to the sheet that she used, right at the pillow, the giant pillowcase, that I'm gonna put an image up for it. The image for that week we spent together of us kissing. I just have to buy some pillows for it. I want to fill it out, and I bet it'll look even more beautiful when I do. There are a few other keepsakes that I like to talk about that were sent to me in a package by her parents during the making of this video. One would be a Google Pixel 2 XL phone that I left with her during my trip to the Netherlands before I went back home. I gave it to her as a thank you gift for showing me such an amazing time. Well, after her passing, it was one of the things her parents sent back to me in the package. It was locked prior, and we thought it better to just factory reset it to respect their privacy now. But I would come to know that Google has an anti-theft protection. So if your email is still in the phone when you factory reset, the phone would demand the old user's PIN. Otherwise, it's a brick, basically. Well, I thought I'd take a crack at it, and the PIN number ended up being my birthday. 12/04/1990. Joanna appreciated and treasured everything I gave her throughout the entire relationship. They also gave me her Switch controller. While I was looking for keepsakes, it never crossed my mind to get a hold of that.
Watching it all back, I still can't believe it happened.
Yeah, they were nice enough to send that. Those two things were expected. It never occurred to me that they would send me this. I was left speechless. I didn't know what to say.
Nothing can take this from me.
I was just so moved. And grateful knowing that they respected me that much, respected the relationship that much, to share that with me. I would go on to frame it for safekeeping and seal it with her perfume. It's so beautiful that I have her hair to remember her by. Oh, there were other things, but I'd be here all day if I just mentioned them all. But the last thing, I found this in the room. A t-shirt from her favorite story. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. It was very fitting after I just spent the flight over to the Netherlands, audio reading it. So I was really attached to it, and the story and the struggles of the character, and what the characters comment on. And I completely understood why she loved that story so much. I think I've covered pretty much everything I wanted to. There's like 3 reasons I made this video. First, probably somewhat selfish reasons, but it's my way of working through the grief, you know? Say one of the ways is
Don't know why I said that. It wasn't selfish.
Lost. Well, I want to video edit this and document our relationship. Document the story, because it was such a beautiful story that I want to share with other people. Which would bring me to reason number 2. As it pertains to long-distance relationships, I know my story's not the norm, and this definitely was an abnormal romance, but everything in my life has been, for better or worse, abnormal. It's pretty much defined me, so why not my romances and relationships be abnormal too? And life wouldn't be any fun if everything was boring or the same, if everybody was the same anyway. So roll with the punches. The idea is, well, how should I put this? When it comes to long distance, it gets a negative stigma, I guess. And I'm guessing this, it's because people rush to that next step real fast to close the distance. They don't take the time to talk, to understand each other, to learn each other's baggage, and to see where you stand, truly stand, before you physically meet. Up till then, as in, like for us, for example, before we met in the Netherlands last year in August, we talked so much. We understood each other in and out. So there was little to no chance of there being a disaster where we don't get along, don't click, or worst case, God forbid, get into fights or something like that. It wasn't a concern at that point. Up till then, we said all that needed to be said. And we just wanted to hang out and do the things normal couples do. So, with this piece, I really hope that this video can be taken as something positive for long distance relationships and the prospects of it. In 3, there's something I want to say about dating someone who has a disability. I believe I said earlier, I wrote the short bus for like almost a decade. And of course, anyone who's gone through high school, you know, the stigma, the trauma, or the ostracization that can come with that. But I'd like to say it gave me some perspective. And that perspective, as to anyone else I meet in the world who has a disability. There is I don't have preconceived notions, or at least I try not to. And as it pertains to Joanna, living with SMS, she didn't have it easy. She was impulsive, probably getting taken advantage of. She didn't have the best luck as a hopeless romantic, continually wanting romance, always believing in it, but it never quite working out. Till now, for 30 plus years. But God bless her, she still believed. She still tried. And somehow, some way, she met me. And celebrate her the happiest girl in the world. So, if someone who has a disability, if they have the courage to approach, to say they like you, to have the interest in dating, opinions are opinions, and people will think the way they think. But listen to my words. People are so much more than what a piece of paper says they are. There's so much more than what a bus grips them into. And if you don't need to give them pity. I'm pleading with you to just give them a chance. gonna see some beautiful things in this world. Maybe even more beautiful than what I saw in your life. Though I seriously doubt that. Despite all her disabilities, despite all her trouble with things that we take for granted, that girl gave 120% of herself to make me happy. All the while thinking once that she wasn't worthy of love. I thought I wasn't. What mattered? I was prepared to die alone, and romance didn't interest me. The idea of romance didn't interest me very much. But you meet that one person, that one incredible, that one special person, and they might change your whole world, your whole worldview. Flip it upside down for the better.
So, darling, we've made it this far. On your birthday, 10 months, and now 8 days. And I know that we'll never break up. That strong as our love. You've meant for me, baby. And I know I do for you. You've bring to this world things no one else can. And one thing is special. You have rescued me. Really, no one else couldn't do that. So thank you, big boy, for being there for me, loving me, accepting me for who I am, and protecting me. But most of all, thank you for who you are. You really didn't take it from the lottery. So yes, and your answer on my question was, surprise me, and I didn't know what I wanted to give to you. So happy birthday, honey. I hope I'm a little Listen now on your birthday. It's too bad I can't see your face right now, but I know there's a big smile on it. Or maybe there are tears in your eyes. I'm happy I made you smile. And if you are moved, I will be there for you, honey. Just like always. I will always love you with all my heart. A billion bedroom kisses, hugs and squeezes from your wife, your honor.
To those watching this who may currently be in a similar situation I was, 30, alone, never had a girlfriend, never even kissed a girl, and content with dying alone, I just want to say, it's okay. Work on yourself. Learn to be happy with yourself and find joy in making those who care for you happy. But most of all, if romance is truly what you desire, never give up hope. Because somewhere out there in this world, there is a very special person. There is a very special person who will accept you unconditionally and cheer for you. There is a very special person who will always know how to make you feel good about yourself when you feel inadequate, knowing just the right words to help you see through the lies you tell yourself. There is a very special person who would follow you to the ends of the earth and to the depths of hell if you ask them to. Joanna, she was a hopeless romantic. And despite all the difficulties she had in her life when it came to her health, society, and romance, she still believed in that very special person. A man she saw that brightened her dreams even in her darkest moments. My goddess had far more reason to hate the world than I ever did. Yet she chose to love always, because she believed love conquered all. And to believe in her true love, no matter what anyone said to her. If she can do it, you can too. to have been that very special person. And I will always love her for being mine. That person is out there waiting for you to find them, or looking for you as I speak. But just keep an open mind, because that very special person may come from an unexpected place.
Finishing up.
Waves crashing down, splashes of beauty were sound. Oh, 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 where the shore ends become one.
Right then.